Oh yeah, I'm excited. I'm getting more excited. Every week he comes in, and to start us off, we've got the most wonderful red team in the entire universe. And the reason I know that's the best red team in the entire universe is because they are the Reali-Reds. You know it. And starting off, we've got Robin Krieb. Yeah, starting out and coming up, we've got Kaitlyn Nibbelin juggling along with those balls. And leading us off there, we've got Dani Smith, captain of the red team. Oh, but they're going to be hard pressed to go and fight against our blue team. Those blue teams know exactly how to fight hard and dirty each night because they are the Blue Dreams. Starting off, we've got Clarke Newton and Wiersema, and our captain of the blue team, Matt Kidd. Oh, and our match would not go along at all unless we had somebody going and calling all these things on top of us, which we have. One special referee. We've got Rev Heather.
Oh, yeah. That was some excellent breath support work, Thomas, if I do say so myself. That long note, I think you're ready for karaoke.
Okay, you know what? I actually forgot something, and like I always forget this, and it's because I'm always worried that you're gonna call it on me. There's a couple of fouls that we have to go over, and a couple other rules that we have to go over.
I was going to address those, but I wasn't going to throw you under the bus while I did it.
Oh,
So
that's okay. You can take points away from me if you'd like.
Not just yet. I'm going to hold back on all of my power to take away points for the match, but I appreciate you. That's right. I've got a referee shirt on and a whistle, which obviously means that I am doing sporty things like calling fouls. So many fouls are available and within my power to call. In my pockets, which you can't see, I have flags. You never know if I'm going to throw a flag. But there's two fouls that are so important. We have to talk about them before every comedy sports and comedy sports minor league match. And that first one is the out of bounds foul. We're all cool friends here. We all are nice to one another and give cool suggestions. If someone messes up because it's improv and says something that is out of bounds, that is rude, offensive, or a bad word, something that I might have to Google because I don't know what the kids are talking about. If that's out of bounds in any way, I'll blow my whistle, call the out of bounds foul, and that player will lose some points for their team, depending on the severity of the foul. It's important to call that out, loyal fans, because this foul also applies to you in the chat when you're giving us all of your wonderful suggestions and commentary on the show. We want to interact with you, but we want that to be a friendly and welcoming place as well. So keep that in mind. We can kick you out of our Twitch room. I don't want to do that. But anyway, keep that in mind. The other one is a technical foul. We've got those in sports. I think basketball has one, but this isn't basketball. This is comedy sports, and we are on a screen, on a computer, in a virtual world. And if somebody messes something up, or if Comcast messes something up, I can blow my whistle, call the technical foul. And again, that player is probably going to be embarrassed or mad at Comcast for their internet problem, and they will lose some points based on the severity of the foul. Other technical fouls could include the dreaded forgetting to mute or unmute. We're almost 2 years into this. There's no excuse for the mute issue. Anyway, watch me do it now. Anyway, those are the two fouls I always like to talk about. Thomas, you also did an excellent job of getting some practice suggestions. Loyal fans, I need to ask you for a few suggestions myself so I can practice getting suggestions, and these are something that we might use in one of our games in a little bit. So in the chat for me, fans, I would love some suggestions of nouns and adjectives. So nouns could be an animal that you think is cute, or an item that is in your junk drawer, or an object you use every day like a toothbrush. And then some adjectives like something is sparkly. And a good example would be a sparkly dog. So you can throw either of those things in, and I'm gonna mix them together and use some combination of those things, and we'll see how they get utilized. Oh, these are great. Okay, I should write some of these down real quick. Doop doop boop boop boop. Wow. Hi, Allie. Oh, gosh. I don't want to say them because I don't want to give them away for our team that's going to use these. But I am a big fan.
Yeah, I'm reading them too, and they are super fantastic. We've got a good audience tonight.
Yeah, this is a great bunch of, I think, experienced loyal fans who have been to some shows. So I think we're in for some treats here. Okay. I have written down some things, and I also want to give a shout out to Pad Connolly, our stage manager tonight, who is making us look cool in all these boxes and also going to be helping out behind the scenes with some technical things you're going to see later. That's enough of me talking. I'm parched, so I'm going to take a drink of my Kroger seltzer water, sponsored.
I'll take a drink of this giant jug of iced tea.
Wow, that wins. Okay. Beverage break. All right, everyone. Grab your beverage, get ready for the show, and make some noise. 6s and 7s in the chat. Every time I say this, captains to the screen. Oh, oh my gosh, I can hear that cat. Hello, Captain Dani,
Hey.
Captain Matt, and is that Bing?
It's Bing. You know it's Bing.
Oh my goodness. Oh, and Matt is gone back in time.
Wait,
Bing is
Is
not
this-
happy.
real? Or
Oh,
is this real?
This is as real as it comes. This is my real life kitty cat. I love Fluffy, being in reality, being able to hug a very angry cat. It's just the
Okay.
best. Don't you agree, Heather?
I am a little uncertain about whether we are in reality or a virtual reality dream right now, and that's.
Oh, thank you for
match-
confirming that, Heather.
Yeah,
I
this
felt
match. There's a
a
lot on the
little
line.
weird.
There's a lot on the line here, fans. If you haven't noticed, we've got our dreams, our blue dreams, versus our Reali-Reds, and this is a battle of whether we are in real life or not. Something I often ponder when I've stayed up too late at night, but hopefully at the end of this match we'll have an answer. In order to decide who gets to go first in this challenge of real versus dream, we need to do a coin toss. So, captains, I need you to please bring me a food or beverage item that you think I would enjoy. Go.
Wow, they must either have a lot of beverages or are just super ready because they both printed off.
Both
so-
really went. Bing was like, I don't know what's happening. Okay, Dani was back first. Dani, what do you have for me?
Margaritas. Who doesn't love some margaritas? Sometimes it helps you escape reality, though we are in reality. Okay.
Okay, so it's like a margarita mix.
Yeah, you just gotta add tequila. I'll give you the tequila too.
Oh, oh, okay. Interesting.
That's bribery, but okay.
Matt, what do you have?
Well, I know you're a fan of tacos, but things are just weird here right now. That is tequila. So I brought you an onion. It's hard to tell, but this is growth. I want you to see that. That's growth.
Interesting.
This eventually would be edible.
I have to tell you, I was gonna go with whatever Matt brought because that was a margarita mix, but then you brought an onion. It goes to Dani.
Yes!
come on.
Margaritas always win!
It's
Margaritas-
essential to every meal.
They beat that onion. I am so sorry. So right now, that was not the onion of my dreams. Dani, you have won the coin toss, the very strange coin toss. So you have to choose a game to challenge the blue dreams to. What game would you like to play for this head-to-head?
Yeah. In real life, in reality, I'm a great rapper and rhymer. So I really want to play some Pass the Mic.
All right. Matt, are
Well-
you a great rapper rhymer in your dreams?
I am. I'm able to pull words from multiple places at once.
All right.
So,
Challenge is
challenge
accepted.
accepted.
Field your teams.
Let's go, teams.
All right, for the game of Pass the Mic, as they said, they're going to be rapping and rhyming for you based off of your suggestions. I need in the chat, fans, some suggestions of one-syllable names or one-syllable words. If you have a one-syllable name, throw that in the chat. If your best friend or buddy has a one-syllable name, throw that in the chat. If your enemy has a one-syllable name, guess what? We can use that too. Put it in the chat. We're gonna go in order, and the first player's gonna say that name. The next player's going to have to rhyme with it. They're gonna keep going until someone messes up. If someone repeats a word, if someone falls off of the rhythm, if they don't have anything at all, their brain explodes. They can't think of something. It just doesn't rhyme. I will blow my whistle, and that player will have to leave the screen. That's right. It's an elimination game. So the team with the players left standing is going to take the early lead with 5 big points. I'm currently tangled my whistle and my headphones, so sorry. That's almost a technical foul. We need to put these players into an order for this game. So I'm going to go in the order that's on the screen right now. We're going to go and put your hands up so we can tell. Matt, Dani, Kate, Kaitlyn, Clarke, Robin. This is your initial order for the game of Pass the Mic. And your very first name, let's go. Oh, we got so many because these fans are incredible. Your first name is Jim. Jim is the name. Yeah, so we are starting with Matt for the game of Pass the Mic. Players, are you ready?
Yes.
Yes. I have a friend. His name is Jim. Pass the mic. Pass the mic.
It's not her, it is him. Pass the mic. Pass the mic.
He always acts fancy, very proper and prim. Pass the mic. Pass the mic.
But he's not afraid to go out on the limb. Pass the mic. Pass the mic.
Plays a video game. It's called Sim. Pass the mic. Pass the mic.
Guess I take a guess. I'll go out on a whim. Pass the mic. Pass the mic.
His pants are too long. They need a trim. Pass the mic. Pass the mic.
He loves margaritas with salt on the rim. Pass the mic. Pass the mic.
And he works backstage, controls the scrim. Pass the mic. Pass the mic.
Then he runs outside and goes for a swim. Pass the mic. Pass the mic.
It is flimsy. Some say flim. Pass the mic. Pass the mic.
Unfortunately, don't think that's a real word. I love it, though. The confidence almost sold me, but unfortunately, Clarke has to leave the screen. Oh my gosh, what an excellent first round. All right, so we're down to 2 players on the blue team. Let's switch it up here now. We're going to kind of go similar. We're going to start with Dani this time. So it's going to go Dani, then Kate, then Kaitlyn, then Matt, then Robin. All right, and your new name is Pat. Pat is the name. We're going to speed it up just a little tiny bit. Players, for this round of Pass the Mic, the name is Pat. Are you ready?
Yes.
Yes.
She's my grandma. Her name is Pat. Pass the mic. Pass the mic.
She likes to do yoga on her mat. Pass the mic. Pass the mic.
But she has to watch out for her cat. Pass the mic. Pass the mic.
I would be more worried about that gnat. Pass the mic. Pass the mic.
I like jazz. I like to scat. Pass the mic. Pass the mic.
Oh, I fell. I went splat. Pass the mic. Pass the mic.
I lost some money. Oh, drat. Pass the mic. Pass the mic.
And then I fell real flat. Pass the mic. Pass the mic.
Ooh, man. Oh, drat. Pass the mic. Pass the mic.
Oh, I like his head. I gave him a pat. Pass the mic. Pass the mic.
Okay, Pat was the first word. Thomas, keep me honest, was drat a repetition?
I believe it was. Yeah.
Because I think that Kate said it.
Yeah.
She's not giving it away because it's her teammate.
She's not saying anything. She's
a
not saying
good
anything. It's not.
teammate.
It
All right.
didn't happen.
It's
But you
your
were tough
fault.
but fair.
It's tough. I'm so sorry, but Kate, you have to leave the screen. Oh, Robin, you barely got away with that one. That was close.
I knew you'd get it. I knew you would pick that up. So
I picked it up. I was a little slow to pick it up, but I got there. Matt is the last player left standing for the blue team.
In all fairness, I screwed up.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. So I think, thank you, Kate.
Yeah, you should leave.
I should be the one that leaves.
Yeah, you're
I
right.
let the team down.
You didn't let anybody down, Matt. You're a wonderful human. It's all great.
No.
No, nobody. The only one letting people down now is me.
Congrats.
Wow.
I told everyone if anything goes wrong tonight, it's my fault.
Oh no, we're in the first game and it's already off the rails. Okay, so a recap for our viewers at home. Kate said the word first and Matt repeated it, so Matt's out. I screwed up. But now the pressure's on Kate. Kate's the last player standing.
Shouldn't have said anything.
Blue
All right.
team. Yeah, you weren't saying anything. We got to get another word here. Let's get our order. This time we're gonna start with Robin. Then we're gonna go Kate. Then we're gonna go Dani. And we're gonna go Kaitlyn. And it goes back around to Robin. Okay, this could be a sweep. No pressure. Your name is Anne. Anne is the name. We are going to start, like I said, with Robin. We'll keep that tempo. That was good. Players, you ready?
Yes.
Yeah.
I have a friend. Her name is Anne. Pass the mic. Pass the mic.
She's really great. I am a fan. Pass the mic. Pass the mic.
She cooks her tortillas in a pan. Pass the mic. Pass the mic.
Yum, yum, yum. She also makes flan. Pass the mic. Pass the mic.
I don't like to sit. I really like to stand. Pass the mic. Pass the mic.
Don't want Cheerios. Give me some bran. Pass the mic. Pass the mic.
She didn't run. Past tense ran. Pass the mic. Pass the mic.
She really never has a plan. Pass the mic. Pass the mic.
I'm not weird. I got a big pram. Pass the mic. Pass the mic.
Oh, my deodorant. It is banned. Pass the mic. Pass the mic.
Robin, what was that word?
It was. What did you think it was, Heather?
Ah.
Okay, fine. Sorry.
Good try, Robin. Good try.
I really took a moment of like, it was my audio. No. All right. Whew, we escaped the potential sweep there, Kate. We're going to keep it on going. Your next name is, let's see where we're at here. It is Mark. Mark. This time we're going to start with Kaitlyn, Kate, Dani. All right, pick up the tempo just a little bit. The name is Mark.
He's really cool. His name is Mark. Pass the mic. Pass the mic.
I want to go walk with him to the park. Pass the mic. Pass the mic.
Ah, so scary. It's a shark. Pass the mic. Pass the mic.
Oh, it's looking really stark. Pass the mic. Pass the mic.
Turn on your flashlight. It's really dark. Pass the mic. Pass the mic.
From the heavens, there is a lark. Pass the mic. Pass the mic.
It's a unit measurement called a quark. Pass the mic. Pass the mic.
He says ha. I say flark. Pass the mic. Pass the mic.
What's that? I never heard of that.
He said yay. I said flark.
Nah, he didn't say that though. I'm so sorry, but that is 5 points to the Reali-Reds. We did it. Tough game of Pass the Mic. That brings our score to Thomas.
5-0.
Yeah, I'm always gonna come to you for that scoring update.
Yeah.
All right. What's happening? Oh.
This
We're
is a
here.
wild
We're all
dream.
there's things, yeah, it is. We're in a dream. Things are happening. Got our captains on
Are
this.
those real or fake?
No,
Dani?
they're real. Just like
Are
my
you
husband's love for me. Oh, it's all over my face. Oh my
Yeah.
No, that's how I know it's real.
god.
It's on your face.
Yikesies. Well, Dani, you just won that game, so you get to choose a game for the team choice round. Matt, you can hang out and watch. Dani, what game do you want to play in this team choice round to try to get more points?
Yeah, I love
For sure.
reality. I love it. So I'm going to convince you and all of our audience members why reality is the greatest thing to be in, obviously.
All right. And what game
my turn.
would you play to do such?
Oh
a
yeah, I gotta call a game, huh? How about some TED Talks?
Oh, all right. I love it. The game of TED Talks. The players, the Reali-Reds, like they said, are going to convince you why reality is better than the dream state, than the virtual world. And luckily, we have 3 expert speakers on this topic today. They're going to introduce themselves one at a time and speak on the topic like a TED Talk. You're getting a TED Talk for free. But what's the fun thing is they have a PowerPoint presentation that's been prepared for them based off of your suggestions at the top of the show. The players, they're such experts in the topic that they're just ready to dive right on in. The topic of the discussion, again, is to convince you and to reiterate that reality is better. Pad, I believe, has the PowerPoint queued up and ready to go. So for the game of TED Talks, Reali-Reds, are you ready?
Always. Good evening, my fellow constituents. My name is Dani, because we're keeping it real, obviously. And I am here today to tell you about why living in this real world is the best world. You all saw the Super Bowl commercials. You saw the people meeting up in virtual reality, the metaverse, that robot dog. Like, that was too much. Too much. So here I am today to bring you back to reality. Hopefully, soon, I will see a picture that isn't just something that... Oh, here it is! This actually is very close to my reality, which brings me nothing but joy. See, this is actually a picture of my other cat, Bong. We all met Bing earlier, but this is Bong, and that is my Roomba, named Roomba, because we keep it in reality. That's my nephew, Sam. Sam loves Baby Shark. We kept it in reality. We made him a baby shark. Do you see that? He's a baby shark. And guess what? Now you're not going to get this out of your head. Baby shark, do 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 do. Baby shark, do 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 do. Baby shark, do 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 do. There's a cat. Because, you know, we just got to keep it real. We got to keep moving. And also, speaking of the realist, the queen herself. She's real. She's the original real. In fact, I feel like she is actually 115 years old because truly she's never going to die. She's always going to be in this right here, this reality, this world. She will be our forever leader. She's working on a lot of her values, and we're saying, you go, queen. Keep on going, girl. And we want to keep her in our reality so that we can live with baby sharks, baby cats, Roombas, and the queen, obviously. And I would like to further my points by allowing my next real girl to sing. To sing? She might sing, we don't know. To speak, and that would be Kaitlyn. I'd like to bring my friend Kaitlyn up to the screen.
Hi. My real name's Kaitlyn. My character name is Harper, and gosh, I just think the world is so pretty. There's so many cool things, like animals and really tall buildings, and this thing right here. Guys, did you know that when my ears are clogged up, my mom can take a thing called a Q-tip and use it? You can't stick it too far in, though. That's what they say. You can't stick it too far in. But if you're very gentle, if you're very careful and very gentle, you can just put it in a little bit, and then your body makes wax like from a candle. Did you know? The real world is awesome. Also, did you know that sometimes at parks, specifically parks at apple orchards, they have giant spoons, and you can stir a pile of leaves with the giant spoons? My mom and dad took me there in the fall, and I stirred those leaves for like 2 hours straight. But don't tell anyone, because there was a girl named Cynthia, and she wanted to do it, and I was kind of mean, and I kept the spoon. With that, I will pass it on to my colleague as I reflect on my previous choices.
Hello, everyone. I am Dr. Thelonious Pax, and I am PhD DWS WXYZ in realism, philosophy professor in realism. And I would like to give you the points, the finer points, the less finer points of real stuff. This, would you believe it if I told you that this is a modeling of our Captain Dani, her head, when she was a wee one? As you can see, the blonde tufts of hair, ergo a small ponytail on the outside. Her parents loved her so much that they studded her head and eyes with diamonds. And one little small little realistic flavor is that she had a crown, a small crown, a tall crown of diamonds. This is our Captain Danny child portrait. As we're moving along, would you believe it if I told you that this is a child rendering of my teammate Kaitlyn? She had a very rainbowy wings because she's like an angel. She's an angel. It's real. And also, she didn't quite have a unicorn horn yet because she was a wee one. And ergo, it grew later. She has one now. But all the colors of the rainbow, in addition to the stars, make this a realistic rendering of Kaitlyn. Thank you.
What drove us to
That's
create
the
the most
game.
rugged
Yeah.
It's the courage to challenge
I was like, can you
convention,
see me? All I
rise
see
to
is
the
the
challenge.
unicorn. They can see us. Let's dance it out. Aw, yeah. That was the case, loyal fans, for why reality is better than virtual or the dreams. And we had so many visualizations of why. So fans, I need you to lock that game away in your brain because we're going to have a vote with one of those polls after this next game. Oh my God, I am riding a unicorn. You can't see it. Oh no. The loyal fans couldn't see that. It makes me sad. On our Zoom screen, the unicorn was still up and my picture popped through and it looked like I was riding the unicorn. Okay, I sound like really excited about that. Anyway, Matt, how are you?
I'm good. I'm having a good time. You know,
Look like
this,
you're
a
having
little
good
bit.
time.
This, I had melatonin before I went to sleep, and my face is stuck right now. It is an experience. Yeah.
All right. Well, my goodness, I'm a little scared. But you get to compete with that game of TED Talks, so you get to. Oh, your face changed. You
Oh
get to
boy,
choose
that was a tough game.
Yeah, you get to choose a game to compete with that for 5 points that are on the line. What game would
Okay.
you like to play?
This is a tough choice. Very, but I have an idea. Yes, I am choosing genre replay.
Ooh, all right.
I know.
I need you to screen your team. Bring the blue dream
Team!
to the screen. Loyal fans, for the game of genre replay, I'm going to need a few suggestions for you. To get it started, I need a suggestion of something strange that you've seen in a dream. Something strange that you've seen in a dream. I know this one is a thinker. It's a good suggestion. For me, it was the fact that I just saw myself riding that rainbow unicorn and no one else did, and I feel silly. But something strange you saw in a dream. So the blue dreams are going to do a scene based off of that suggestion, and then I'm going to blow my whistle after that short scene, and we're going to replay it in some other genres. So while we get these suggestions, I also need you to think of, while the scene is going on, I need you to think of some genres that you enjoy. These can be movies, books, television, musical genres, authors that you like, anything like that that's a genre of media that you may take in. To get this initial scene started, wow, these are some great suggestions. Again, oh my goodness, that's terrifying. Dark Hunter, I'm scared for the arms shooting out from under your bed. All right, I want to.
Yeah.
This is the suggestion to get this scene started. I especially like the I just lost the word. Okay, the suggestion is my brother and I were Ghostbusters, question mark. The question mark is what's that called? A period.
Well, oh, interrobang.
Yeah, but
It's,
you guys help.
Punctuation?
Punctuation, my God.
oh, not the thing, but the overall, the category, if you will.
Help! What is happening in my head tonight?
See?
Punctuation.
Is it reality or is it a dream? You lost
I'm
the
starting to skew that it isn't right now.
Right?
Anywho, the suggestion for this initial scene is my brother and I were Ghostbusters? Question mark. For the game of genre replay, Blue Dreams, are you ready?
Yes.
Yes.
Ready.
Pack looks amazing on you, Tony.
Dude, I was just thinking about how, like, your backpack is the coolest backpack I have ever seen. That means so much coming from you, bro.
Bro, you're wearing a proton pack. Of course you're gonna look cool. We're gonna look cool. But
Hey,
at the same
also,
time,
though, I feel like we should address the two-trunk elephant in the room. I think that's what's going on.
yeah,
I
totally.
don't know why no one else is cleansing themselves before we go in the house.
Zanisha, why do we need to cleanse ourselves when we go in our homes?
We are going in a hallowed house. And if you are not cleansed, bad things can happen.
Okay, Tony, Zanisha makes a good point. Bad things can happen if we don't prepare.
Well,
Nisha?
I guess we gotta cleanse, bro. Cleansing.
Cleanse.
I appreciate you taking me seriously this time.
I
Zanisha,
apologize. We all know what happened last time. We do not want a repeat.
Do not, because we don't want you angry.
Nobody
want you
wants
to include-
Zanisha angry.
No, that ghost made a mess, and then you had to spend like a whole week cleaning it up, and we don't want that.
True.
I think we're on the same page this time, friends.
All right, we
Yeah.
saw that scene. It's time to see it in some other genres. Matt, I've got 3 genres for you, and you can decide
Okay.
what order you want to do them in. Your options
Fantastic.
are heist movie,
Mm-hmm.
anime,
Okay.
and dance off.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That order you just gave me was perfect.
All right, we're gonna
Yes.
see that scene again, but it's a heist movie.
Hey, Tony! That bag of jewels on your back looks amazing!
Dude, I was just thinking about how I had to steal yours because it was too good, bro.
Bro, we have all the money, and as long as we sneak out of here, we're good.
You know, I'm down, but
make
I
a
think
good
we got to address there's something super sneaky peeky going on over there.
Hey, I don't know why any of you aren't lurking around before we go in there.
Zanisha, we're not lurking because we disabled the alarm system.
Hey, do you remember the last time we didn't lurk?
She's got a point.
Yes.
Let's try lurking, bro. Let's try
You
lurking.
got a point. The last time we didn't lurk, you got left behind. Yeah.
Yeah, nobody wants to see me in that way.
No, no one wants you left behind. Especially with all these jewels.
Well, you know what? I think we're all at least on the same page now.
All right, that was a
Yeah.
heist movie. And now we're going to see this scene again, but it's anime.
Hey, buddy. Did you know that bag on your back, it's really good?
I am so flattered right now because I was just like thinking about how incredible and magical the pack on your back is.
Bro, we both are living our dreams in this nice slice of life anime, right?
Every day's a dream with you, But
Every
I
day
think we
is
should also address our friend over here.
Hey, I don't know why you aren't all posing before we do this.
Oh, right. This is also a drama. So we
Yes,
should be more
if we're gonna do it, then we need
dramatic.
to be in our characters. Do you remember what
Characters?
happened the last time?
Yeah. Some big bad came through and, like, totally ruined the vibe of the day.
Yeah, and we know what happens when the vibe of the day ruined.
Yeah, our words stumble over, and we don't want that.
Well, I think we're all on the same page now.
It's time for a dance-off. I hope you all are ready. Here we go.
Dude, your dance moves are sick!
Dude, you have the sickest dance moves I have ever seen. I was gonna steal some.
Bro, my dance moves are totally available for you to be stolen.
Whoa, 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 there's something fishy going on here. I think we need to address our other dancing friend.
Hey, I don't know why you're not all popping and locking before we go in there.
Popping and locking? Man, we do the Dougie now.
Yeah, you know what happens when we don't pop and lock. I think we should listen to her.
Yeah,
You have
remember
a
when
point.
what happened when we didn't pop and lock the last time?
We didn't save the community center. No. Meow. We really should pop and lock.
Yeah.
Meow.
Nobody likes to see what happens when we don't pop and lock.
It's what the world needs.
Well,
Meow.
I think we're all on the same page now.
Meow.
That's the game. Oh, it's time to vote. Thomas, tell us about this poll.
There's two options. You get to pick which one you like. We have the TED Talks of the red team, and we have what you just saw, which is the genre replay of the blue team. The poll is up and going right now. And right now it is heavy for one side. I won't tell you which side, but it's pretty cool. It's not going to be close at all.
5 points on the line here. Can tie it up or give one team a runaway lead. I also have a bonus point to award when the poll is
A
done.
bonus point.
Bonus point.
Yeah, what's up?
Oh, well, we have a winner with 69% of the votes. We have the blue team with genre replay with those 5 big points.
Ooh. All right, well, it's a tie match right now, but I have to give a bonus point to the blue team for the quickest of quick changes I have ever seen. Both virtual quick changes and physical quick changes by Kate.
Yeah, Kate's a hot dog.
How? I don't know how
Kate
you
is a hot
put on
dog.
a hot dog costume that quickly.
You slide in.
Okay. All right. Well, that gives the blue team just a slight lead. I need my captains to the screen. All right, captains.
Hey.
We've had that fantastic team choice round. It's a tight match. We need to get another head-to-head game in here to get somebody in the bigger lead here.
Heather,
Dani,
can I just ask really quickly? I would also like a bonus point, because you couldn't remember the word punctuation, but I did.
yeah, but
Oh, wow.
Matt also
Shade.
gave me lots of words. They just weren't the ones I was looking for.
Fine.
He wasn't
See?
wrong though, but I appreciate the help that everyone offered me in one of my moments of weakness.
We're here for you, Heather.
There've been more than one.
That's right. Hey, Danny, I'll give you an announcer point. They're absolutely worthless, and you can't buy anything with them. One
Take it.
one
Take
announcement point for you.
Take it.
Yes.
Mm-mm.
I'll take it.
Take that point.
Yeah.
Thanks, Thomas.
I always reserve the power to give away bonus points. So there's more in
good
my
power.
pocket. You never know. You never know. We're gonna do another head-to-head right now. We don't know what'll happen.
Oh,
But Dani,
okay.
I will let you choose.
Okay. All right.
This
That's fair.
head-to-head.
Okay.
What game do you want to choose and challenge the dreams to?
I think we would like to play, honestly, one of the hardest games in comedy sports history. What you get?
Oh, okay. Matt, do you accept this challenge?
I kind of have to.
Please.
Oh God, this is
Players
becoming
to
a nightmare.
the screen. Dani's not joking when she says it's one of the hardest games. I know we always talk about 6 things. We talk about the original minor league game you're about to see later tonight. But this game really is hard because it is a pun game, but it's got multiple layers. It's a thinker. It's a little bit harder to do. So I'm gonna need suggestions from you fans of all kinds of things. I would love suggestions, and these can be ones you've given earlier that we haven't used yet, because sometimes they go by quickly in the chat. Suggestions of objects, things that you think are cute, things that you think are functional in your home, like those toothbrushes, objects that you used in school but you don't use anymore. What would you buy at Target if I gave you a $50 gift card right now? What's a state aside from Illinois? These are all things that you could put in the chat for me right now. And our players are going to have to come up with a joke for you off the top of their head. An example might be if the suggestion was, oh, let me get this right. It's been a little while since I've done one of these. If the suggestion was an owl, I might say, I crossed an owl with a babysitter.
What'd you get?
What you get?
A hootenanny.
Ooh.
Yeah, there it is. So you
Yeah.
take your suggestion and cross it with something else to deliver you with a punchline. All right. And they might all be as good as the one that I just came up with, and hopefully they'll be quicker than the one that I just came up with, because I'm going to call them out burn box style. I'm just going to say a player's name, and they're going to have to deliver a what'd you get joke. You're going to vote at the end of this to determine which team you think had the better jokes. So I need you to pay careful, close attention to the players as I call them out and they deliver these punchlines for us. We've got a lot of fantastic suggestions. So let me scroll up and start here closer to the beginning. Okay, your first suggestion from this guy knows as well. He knows what's up with these suggestions. First suggestion is cookie jar. Cookie jar is your suggestion for the game of What'd You Get? Players, are you ready?
Yes.
Ready.
Kaitlyn,
I crossed a cookie jar with my grandma's house.
What'd you get?
Unending delight.
Clarke,
I crossed a cookie jar with a comedy show.
Oh, what'd you get?
What'd you get?
A snickerdoodle.
Dani,
I crossed a cookie jar with a blue furry thing.
What'd you get?
Matt,
I crossed a cookie jar with a smack on the hand.
What'd you get?
Something you're not supposed to stick your hand into, because you don't put your hand in the cookie jar.
Robin,
Oh, I crossed a cookie jar with a favorite Star Wars character.
Oh, what'd you get?
Jar Jar Binks.
Oh,
oh no,
nice.
Kate,
I crossed a cookie jar with an early 1990s Disney program.
What'd you get?
Chocolate chip, 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 and Dale.
fantastic. That's how you play this game. That was a great first round. We're going to change up the suggestion here. Let's see. Your next suggestion. Oh, that's sort of similar, so I need to scroll a little further. From Amanda Brock, your suggestion is Space Shuttle. Space Shuttle. Here we go. Matt.
I took a space shuttle and mixed it with Aldi.
What'd you get?
SpaceX.
Clarke.
I crossed a space shuttle and a golfer.
What'd you get?
I got Jupe Putter.
Kaitlyn.
I crossed a space shuttle with a Disney Channel original movie.
Oh, what'd you get?
Xenon Girl of the 21st Century.
Good one. Robin.
I crossed the space shuttle with my dad.
Oh, what'd you get?
Rocket Man!
Kate.
Yep, I crossed the space shuttle with a vampire's accessory.
Oh, what'd you get?
Dracula's cape canaveral.
Dani.
I crossed the space shuttle with something that's like gross.
Oh, what'd you get?
Oh, that's NASA tea.
Oh no. Thomas, have you seen a suggestion that has just delighted you from the list over here?
Oh, a walkie-talkie.
Walkie-talkie is your next suggestion. Walkie-talkie. Clarke.
I crossed a walkie-talkie with a candy wrapper.
What'd you get?
Kaitlyn.
I crossed a walkie-talkie with the sport of golf.
Oh, what'd you get?
10-4.
Kate.
Yep, I crossed a walkie-talkie with the opposite of off.
What'd you get?
On switch.
Robin. Robin.
I think you called me. I crossed a walkie-talkie with a part of a tree.
What'd you get?
A walking stick.
Matt.
I crossed a walkie-talkie with Nextel.
Oh, what'd you get?
Chirp to call.
Dani.
I crossed a walkie-talkie with a very basic white boy name.
Oh, what'd you get?
G.I. Joe!
Okay, your next suggestion is Alaska, the state of Alaska. Here we go, Alaska. Yeah, question. Okay, here we go. Kaitlyn.
I crossed the state of Alaska with a question.
Oh, what'd you get?
Do you know?
Clarke.
I crossed the state of Alaska with a person who's really good.
What'd you get?
A lot of ice.
That's the game. Ah. All right, there's another poll.
Oh, yeah, you know it. I'm quick to those polls. Popping them in as quick as I possibly can.
5 points on the line here. This is a big deal. This is a big lead to go into our final and hardest game. So no pressure, voters at home.
Red.
Use those channel points. You can vote multiple times if you're a super fan and have lots of channel points. So do that. Oh my gosh,
And if you're not a super fan yet, you can subscribe to our channel and become a super fan. Yep.
Oh, it's getting, time is running out. Time is
pretty
running
close.
out.
Oh, I feel like people are pressing those channel point buttons as fast as they can. Oh, it's getting closer. It's getting closer. Oh, it's almost neck and neck right now. Oh, we do have a winner though, and it is the illustrious blue team. They got those 5 big points. They are coming in hot and ready for our final game.
All right, that brings our score 11 for the Blue Dreams to 5 for the Reali-Reds. That's a harsh reality for the red team. I'm so sorry. Give them a bonus point for me making a terrible joke at their expense.
We'll take it.
So that brings it 6-11, still in favor of the Blue Dreams. Right now, folks, if you're remembering our mission tonight, it is to figure out whether we are in fact in reality or a dream.
And wouldn't you know it? I just put up a poll, and let's find out what our audience thinks, whether we're in a dream or a reality. This will decide whether we are in a dream or a reality.
Yeah. And while that poll's going, this is a great time to remind our loyal fans, like, if you are a fan online, you get channel points just for watching our shows, which take place right here Wednesday night. We have shows on Thursday night, and we have shows on Friday, Saturday. I don't know our current schedule. It's been a minute since I've been in a virtual show, but they are here. Our schedule is down below. If you scroll down, you can check that out. You can subscribe and make sure that you are notified every time we go live right here on CSCN. If you want to check us out in person, we have in-person shows on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, currently at the Den Theater in Wicker Park. So you can check that out at CSCN or cscchicago.com. Yeah, the poll is running out. That was my spiel.
Oh, it was a good spiel. I like
information for tickets in there. Ooh, oh no, the poll is done.
Oh, it looks like we're in a dream. Like it's definitive.
And like 82% of voters think that we are living in a dream right now. I don't know. I think they're probably right.
Well, I think they're right because I think both teams are a dream team, and I think we should go and make their dreams a reality and play our last game.
Yeah, the hardest game, a comedy sports minor league original, the game of category. Dun 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 dun. Dramatic music. Captains for this game. I need a player from each team to leave the virtual room that are going to be our guessers for tonight. Matt, who are you sending out?
Well, I'm leading us, and I started us off wrong, and I think we called back. I'm going to select ours. No, we lost initially, Kaitlyn, but we're going to. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Well, I'm treated. I'm going to do the guessing because my team has my back.
Matt's going to be the guesser for the blue team. Dani, for the Reali-Reds, who are you sending out?
Yeah, we are going to have our dream guesser, even though we are in reality. No one can tell me otherwise, and that is Kaitlyn.
All right, Kaitlyn and Matt are leaving. Everyone say goodbye to them. They're going to be stepping far away from their computers, taking out their headphones, and having no idea what's about to happen. Actually, wait, does somebody get to stay? I don't know. Well, yes, we'll get there. We know what's happening.
Kaitlyn's going to go first, so let's keep Kaitlyn.
Yeah. I'm going to talk through what's about to happen for our fans at home because this is, I said, a minor league original. It's also a fairly new game that our incredible players have created just for you. It is a challenging game, and I'm really excited to see it tonight. So we got some suggestions from you at the beginning of the match. Thomas got a lot of categories. Behind the scenes, working some magic, Pad has taken 3 of those categories, ranging, the first one's easy, then we get a medium one, then we get a harder one, and Pad has taken and filled in those categories with a list of things that fit into that category. What's going to happen is our first guesser, it will be Kaitlyn with the red team because they are not winning right now. There she is. Kaitlyn will turn around and her teammates will give clues for the list of items in the category. They have 2 minutes on the clock to get her to guess as many things as possible, but they can only use mime and gibberish because they can't just tell her things. It has to be hard. Kaitlyn will guess, and when she gets it right, it will go up on the screen and we'll move on to the next one. After 2 minutes are up, we're gonna bring Matt in here and he has the opportunity to guess what is remaining. So then we'll see who gets the category right. There are a lot of points on the line in this round. As the referee, what I am doing is I will give away points for the items they guess correctly in the category, and then I will be giving away 5 points if they guess the category correctly at the end of each round. We have 3 rounds, 3 categories, escalating in difficulty. And I don't know what's about to happen because there's a lot on the line here. I think that I have said everything that I need to say. Thomas is going to be really helping here with keeping track of time. First thing we need to do for our fans at home is put the list of items up on the screen so that our loyal fans can see what they're going to be giving clues for, and our guessers can take a look at those as well. How long do I... Oh, they're just going to go away. That's all I needed to do. I think I should look at my phone because I have this as well, and that would be good for me to be aware of. All right. We, I believe, are ready. The screen is clear. Kaitlyn has turned around for the game of category. We've got 2 minutes on the clock.
Skiba, scatterbird, scatterbird,
Sock?
Yes.
Scabra, ha, 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 oh. Oh, scabra, squaparata, ha, pa, swap.
Oh, iska. A towel?
You can stay turned around.
Ski, ski, ha, skida, ha.
1 minute left. 1 minute left.
Scabra, huh.
Iska, yeah. Deodorant?
Skada, go.
30 seconds. 30 seconds left.
Tennis shoes? Iska running? Running shoes?
10 seconds left.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
Scabra.
taking a bath.
Hey, that's time.
That is time. Oh my goodness. All right, we got a good amount of things, and I also have a better understanding of how this works because Pat is doing such a smart thing of flashing the item up on the screen so that the givers can see it, and Kaitlyn turns around, and now it all makes sense. Fans at home, thanks for bearing with me as I didn't explain that at the beginning. All right, it's time to bring Matt back in here. Those items are disappearing off of the screen. I believe I'm doing this right. Thomas, correct? It's going to switch over to the blue. There we go.
Yep, you're nailing it.
Thank you.
You get 1 announcer point from me.
Oh, thanks. This is such a cool game that our minor league has created, and I'm along for the ride of experiencing it tonight. So this is exciting. Do we don't need to put the things up again, or?
It's going to be the same thing, but Matt's got to turn around before we put anything up.
That shark needs to turn around.
Yep.
All right, we're going to see those things again. And I believe they're in different order. Or the same order.
It should be the same order. Yeah.
Got it. Perfect. They're disappearing. And now I believe Matt can turn around. Yeah, okay. We've got 2 minutes reset on the Clarke clock. Clarke is there. And we are ready for this round. Blue team, are you ready?
Yes.
Skiba habara.
Sock.
Yes.
1 minute.
Towel?
Skiba. Scuba.
1 minute.
Scuba, slushy. Pants?
Scuba Duba.
Oh, underwear.
Not Scuba.
Shorts. Deodorant.
Skiba. Oh, Skiba. It's a Skiba. Shoop. Skiba Scaba.
And that's time.
Moleskin.
Skiba Scaba.
That's time. That's time.
That is time. All right, now I believe is the time we tally up how many each team got, and I'm going to give them some points for that. The red team got 5 correct. That is 10 points to their score. The blue team got 4 correct. 2 points for each. That is 8 points to their score. Now, I want to know what each player thought the category was. We're going to start with Kaitlyn because the red team went first. But I'm not going to tell you whether it was right or wrong. I just want to hear your guess. And then, Matt, I want to hear your guess immediately after. So, all right, here we go, Kaitlyn.
I'm going to go with the category of running equipment.
Matt, what do you think?
Sports clothing.
Unfortunately, close, but the category was things you would find in a gym locker.
Oh.
You're both in the ballpark, though.
Yeah.
All right, so no points awarded, no bonus for the category, no category in this round. But we're moving on to round number 2. This time, Matt is going to go first, so we need Kaitlyn to bye-bye. All right. Switching that screen. I know what's happening now. What's up? Matt's turned around, and this is the opportunity for us to see that next medium level difficulty category. Oh.
Yeah. And right now our point stands at 19 for the blue and 16 for the red.
Ooh, tight match. Okay. My goodness. If this is the medium category, I cannot wait for the difficult one. All right, we're resetting the screen. It is time for Matt to turn around, I think. All right, we know what the first one is. We've got 2 minutes reset on the clock. Kate's ready for the first thing. Here we go.
Catnap.
Oh, skip it.
Okay.
Scuba. Skiba.
Earth.
1 minute.
Earth. Wow, she went about the equator.
Scuba, 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 scuba.
The world.
Scuba,
Just-
scuba, the
At the moment.
scuba, who knows?
Scuba.
Scuba,
Scuba.
30 seconds.
Latitude.
pass.
We're passing. Okay.
Walking the dog.
Take it.
That's it. That's time. That's time.
That is time. All right. All right. We need to reset things here. Got to switch over to the red team. And now this is where we show the things again for our givers, I believe.
Yeah, let's make sure we have Kaitlyn back.
Yeah, I think
Yep,
so. They're
yep.
messaging her to return. It's really warm. It's toasty. And I'm not even playing this game.
Well, stripes cause you excess of heat, I've heard. So being a ref makes it a little bit warmer where you are.
I didn't realize.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Science.
All right. Do we get these things up again one more time? Or no, we don't.
We get it.
Thank you for assisting me through this. All right, so Kaitlyn can turn around. We got 2 minutes on the clock for thing number 2.
Ooh, have the rest of it. Ooh, ho, oh, squaw, wing, squaw, wing, squaw, so squaw, 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 squaw.
Scott. A sleepy yo-yo? A sleeper? A globe?
1 minute remaining. 1 minute.
Around the world. Walk the dog.
Oh, Scotaba.
Scott.
30 seconds.
Ooh, a slice. Ooh, Scott. Split the sandwich.
I forgot the word.
Skip.
Skip.
Oh, well.
Time.
Good job, Kaitlyn.
Time. Oh my goodness. Okay, so we're tallying up the points real quick. The blue team got 1. That is 2 additional points onto their score. The red team got 3. That is plus 6 points onto their score. And now in this round, Matt gets to guess the category first. And I need you to give your guesses immediately back to back. So we'll start right away. Matt, what's your category guess?
Yo-yo tricks.
Kaitlyn, what's your category guess?
Also, yo-yo tricks.
That is correct. Both
Okay,
teams earn 5 bonus points for getting the correct category.
It
Scoring update.
Yeah, it looks like we slipped back into reality. Reality has 27 points, and being in a
It's close.
world has
It's too
26.
close.
It's
Don't
neck and
believe it.
neck right there.
Don't believe it.
Standard deviation means that it could be either reality or a dream. I guess we're gonna have to go one more round to find out.
Okay, fine.
It is time for the hardest round. If that one was medium, like I said, I am dreading to see how challenging this next round is. So for this one, this time, Matt leaves. Yeah, Kaitlyn's going first. I remembered. So Matt's gonna leave the screen here as we pull this up for our red team clue givers to see the category and words. Oh boy. Oh
no.
Hey. Goody. I wish I can't react any more than even that. It's just, okay, I think we are ready. Maybe. We've got 2 minutes on the clock. Kaitlyn, you can turn around. Dani sure does look ready. Here we go.
Let's go.
Squab, ba,
A soldier. Let's go.
1 minute, 30 seconds.
Frodo. Gimli. Oscar. Ooh, it's not an elf. Skip it.
1 minute remaining.
A witch. It's got a golem.
Yeah. Okay. It's got
Let's go. The ring.
Okay.
Scotta.
10 seconds.
Scott.
Gandalf. The staff.
That's time.
The eagles.
Oh no, a lot was happening there. That was it. That was time. Okay, we're gonna reset the screen here in a moment. Okay, and I hope someone is telling Matt to come back.
Oh, I was really, really impressed with that. Like,
Oh yeah.
yeah, I'm the one who picked the category, and I still was impressed with what Pad came up with, and I was even more impressed with how our team did.
Yeah, again, shout out to Pad for filling in all of these categories here. All right, our shark has returned, ready to get clues from Clarke
I have
and
porpoise.
a hot dog. Oh, a porpoise is ready to get
I have
clues from
porpoise.
Clarke and a hot dog. So we've got 2 minutes reset on the clock. A lot of marbles on the line here, Matt. No pressure. Are you ready?
Yes. Ishibara?
Go.
I
Or do we need the thing?
Do we need to
should
see
be
the
one.
category?
Let's do a reset on the timer and
Reset.
a pause. And I think we
Time
need
out.
to see the category again. Yeah, we'll give you 2 full minutes for this.
Party time. Thank you.
Here we go. So you're going to start at the top there. And all right, Matt, you can turn around. We're ready with the 2 minutes on the clock now.
Gandalf. Smeagol. The one ring to rule them all. Winds of goodbye. The breath of goodbye. Oh, 10
seconds.
Middle Earth.
Skip.
Oh,
That's time!
that is time. All right, this is going to be interesting. All right, so the red team got 2 things. That is 4 points. I forgot my scoring here. It's 2 per thing. That is 4 points. The blue team got 3 things. That is 6 additional points. It's perhaps going to all come down to whether they both get this right or if only one of them gets it right. Kaitlyn gets to guess first. Matt immediately following with that guess. Kaitlyn, what is the category?
Could I get a point if I know what their last thing was?
What is the category?
Okay, answer the question. Answer the question.
The category is things in Middle Earth.
Matt, what's the category?
Things from Lord of the Rings.
Ooh. Unfortunately, neither of you are correct. It was Lord of the Rings characters.
Oh, that
The ring
makes
is a
sense,
character?
yeah.
Well, wait, what did Pat put on the screen? Just Lord of the Rings? Oh, I need a ruling here on this, Thomas.
Well,
My paper said characters, but a ring is not a character.
True.
Ring is
True.
the character. The whole book is about this ring. If you didn't have the ring, they'd just be standing around the Shire eating food.
You are
Contention.
right, and I trust
jeez.
Thomas. But it comes down to neither of you got the
Because
category correct. The winner by a margin of 1 point is the blue team.
Their life is a dream.
Take us out of here, Thomas.
That was such an intense match. Oh, you can find us here every single Wednesday night at 8 o'clock. And we've got a bunch of other shows. You can go and check us out live and virtual. And let's give it up for our losing team tonight, the Red Realities. We have Robin Krieb, Kaitlyn Nibbelin, and your captain of the red team, Dani Smith. And now let's all put some 6s and 7s in the team, and it is indeed a dream. We have Clarke Newton, Wiersema, and the captain of your blue team and your winning team, Matt Kidd. And of course, giving away those points and keeping everything tough but fair all night long, we have our ref, Heather. And on behalf of myself and Pat Conley and the Stage Manager, thank you for coming out. Everyone, have a good night.